Yeah, we walking down the street and you'll see like a group of black dudes walking. Not just any old black dudes. We talking, thugs. Talking, some thugs.
Gym needs a dress code, bro.
In the group,
They be naked in the gym now, son. I swear to God. Naked.
Like one or two.
And then be having the audacity to ask, like, what are you looking at? Like, bro, you are literally, like, your shorts are in your ass. And you're doing fucking bend over rows in front of all the treadmills and Stairmasters and everything. Like, bro, people looking at you. Come on, fam. Let's not even do this, bro.
Sometimes as many as 3 white guys will be with them. You ever seen this? Let me tell you something about those white guys. Those white guys are the most dangerous motherfuckers. It's true, man.
Let's not be
what
crazy.
they've done to get them black dudes respect. Well, them black dudes have seen them do some wild shit. I'll tell you that.
Today's video features one of the most disturbing incidents I've ever covered on my channel. Typically in the streets, when someone wants to take another person's life, they'll just shoot them with a firearm. Well, in today's video, something much more sinister happened. The subject of today's video stood out not just for being a white guy in the Chicago drill scene, but also for the heinous manner in which he died. He died in a manner consistent with the cartel or the mob, not in the way you would expect a Chicago drill rapper to die. The subject of today's video is not other than GMEBE Bands, and today we're going to be telling his story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like.
I ain't gonna lie, Chad. I've been liking fucking with these stories lately, bro. These stories are like really cool. I mean, sad.
GMEBE Bands, aka Billy the Kid, real name William Pickering, was originally from Texas. He grew up with just his mom, as his dad got locked up when he was born. Due to his dad's legal issues, Bands had an off and on relationship with his father. Bands later moved to Chicago. Once in Chicago, he started to build a name for himself. He became a member of a set called EBE. EBE resides on 79th and South Shore on the east side of Chicago. EBE is clicked up with another set called GME from 87th and Burley. Together they form GMEBE, standing for Global Money Eastbound Entertainment. GME consists primarily of black pea stones, and the EBE consists primarily of Titanic stones, which are a subset of the black pea stones. In an interview with the legendary Chicago YouTuber Zach TV, Bands said that he first came around GMEBE members when he tried to finesse them by selling them fake lean. For those that are unaware, lean is the popular drug involving a mixture of cough syrup that every rapper talks about. Bands was selling them fake activist lean that he made from scratch using Robitussin. Once they found out, GMEBE members invited Bands back to the block, then robbed him. After this incident, they gained respect for Bands because they had never seen a white boy act the way he did. They felt that they could make money together, so they let him officially become a member. From this day on, Bands was a Titanic stone. Bands was a rapper and started rapping when he was just 15 years old. He listened to rappers like Eminem, Bun B, 50 Cent, Yo Gotti, Pip C, Gunplay, Paul Wall, and Nas growing up. When he was 16, he was sent to a juvenile camp in Missouri for troubled youths. It was there that he would write raps since they weren't allowed to listen to music. After the program, he went back to Chicago. GMEBE had various rappers, so after Bands joined, he began making music with them. Due to Bands' unique appearance as a white guy making Chicago drill music, he stood out, so some of his songs went viral. Around that time, another white rapper named Slim Jesus blew up making drill music as well, but Bands was offended at being compared to him. Slim Jesus admitted that everything he said in his songs was fiction, whereas Bands was actually with it and lived his raps. Known Chicago gang members like Tay 600 and Little Reese vouched for him. Not only was Bands a rapper, but he was also a drug dealer. Him and other GMEBE members would commit various crimes together and soon find themselves in legal trouble. On January 10, 2016, multiple GMEBE members committed a home invasion robbery. On that night, a GMEBE member named Little Chief Dinero and another named EBE Murda entered a home in the 2000 block of Perkins Road at about 4:30 a.m. Once they were in the home, they walked to the bedroom door of the couple living there and pointed their guns at them. They demanded money from the couple, and when the man living there opened a safe to show them there was no cash inside, De Niro pistol whipped the man in the back of his head. The man then dashed out of the house, running down the street in his boxer shorts wrapped in a blanket. A Champaign County sheriff's deputy spotted him and summoned help. By the time the deputies got to the house, De Niro and Murda were gone. A 16-year-old boy staying there was awakened, threatened, and put in a bedroom, while a 19-year-old girl was dragged by her hair into the bedroom and threatened. The couple reported about $925 missing from a nightstand, and a video surveillance system, 2 cell phones, an electronic tablet, and identification were stolen. The couple identified both Murda and De Niro in photo lineups, and warrants were issued for their arrests. They were both picked up in early March. Ultimately, both EBE Murda and Little Chief De Niro were sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for this incident on aggravated robbery charges. Following his release from prison and after Band's death, Murda would admit in an interview that Bands did the robbery with them, but since he was white and the offenders were described as black, the police never suspected him of anything. Little Chief De Niro and EBE Murda never snitched on him. A known Chicago gang member named Tay600,
they just told what happened. How they didn't snitch on him.
Said in a Storytime video about Bands that Bands was paranoid after this incident and was worried that the police would pick him up at any moment. Tay600 reassured him that since he was white, he would never be on the police's radar. Bands was able to avoid punishment for this incident, but his connection with troubled individuals would cause him to pay the ultimate price. On May 25, 2019, GM EBE Bands went to a home in the 5200 block of Indian Head Avenue in Rockford, Illinois, where 3 men waited inside. The 3 men were William R. Zate, Dakota Graff, and Colton Kennecker. Colton struck Bands in the head with a baseball bat, then the 2 other men joined in, clubbing Bands to death. After the beating, another man named Manuel Ramirez joined them, and they loaded Band's body into a truck and drove to a field in Winnebago County. They then proceeded to set his body on fire. Following this incident, Bands would be reported as missing, and his body would not be found until June 20th, 2019, about a month after his death. Colton Kennecker was arrested in February of 2021 in Arizona and was ultimately sentenced to 32 years in prison. Dakota Graff was sentenced to 35 years in prison. In a shocking turn of events, Manuel Ramirez was sentenced to just 6 months in prison for concealment of a homicidal death. In an even more shocking turn of events, William R. Zate was given a $1 million bond when he was arrested. To post a bond, you typically have to pay just 10% of it, so Zate paid the $100,000. After being released on bond, Zate went on the run and still hasn't been caught till this day. In his absence, the court sentenced him to life in prison for Bands' murder. He is currently wanted on an outstanding warrant and will be forced to serve his life sentence if the police are ever able to catch him. Due to the crazy manner in which Bands died, wild rumors have been circulating online about the reason for his death. There are some people that believe that the men that killed Bands work with the cartel and gave Bands dope to sell, which he then proceeded to steal and keep for himself. This theory has never been proven and seems unlikely. An Instagram user that made an account dedicated to honoring the memory of GM EBE Bands offered a theory that makes more sense. According to them, Bands looked after William R. Zate and would give him pills to sell. Rather than sell the pills, Zate would allegedly take them and became addicted. This allegedly caused Zate to owe a debt to Bands. Rather than pay off the debt, Zate allegedly decided to gather his friends to kill, then rob Bands. This theory has never been confirmed either, however it seems more realistic. This is definitely the most disturbing story I've ever covered. The way Bands died is something you would expect from the cartel or the mafia. Typically, rappers that get killed die from shootings, not something super wild like this. This story shows you